Dirty dealings, corporate battles, consumer wars. This is Evening 5. Deputy Home Minister Datuk Sri Shamsul Anwar Nasara said the government will launch a new generation of identity cards as part of efforts to combat identity fraud. The National Registration Department (NRD) is in the final stages of finalising the new structure of the identity card, which will replace the current version that has been issued to the public since 2012. He told the Dewan Rakyat that the new card will be made of durable polycarbonate material and offer improved security features, including larger storage capacity to address forgery and data leakage issues. In terms of design, the new identity card will have a more modern appearance, incorporating advanced elements such as laser engraving and holograms to significantly reduce counterfeiting. On cost, Shamsul said the NRD is conducting a market study to ensure implementation of the new identity card aligns with the principle of achieving the best value for money. Petronas Chemicals Group, or PCG, swung into the red for the first time ever since its listing more than a decade ago on paper losses. Net loss for the third quarter of FY 2024 came in at 789 million ringgit as it booked unrealised losses on revaluation of shareholders' loan to a joint operation entity. Pengerang Petrochemical Company (PPC), a 50-50 JV company between PCG and Saudi Aramco. The integrated chemicals producer explained the recent weakening of the US dollar against the ringgit had resulted in unrealised forex loss on revaluation of payables, plus its shareholders' loan to PPC was denominated in US dollars. In total, PCG suffered forex loss of 1.1 billion ringgit. MD and CEO Mazuin Ismail said the group's financial performance for the quarter was severely affected by the adverse forex movement, though operationally, the performance of its core business improved as it recorded higher plant utilisation at its Malaysian operations, pushing up sales volumes. Going forward, PCG said it expects product prices for olefins and derivatives to be soft, while fertilizer and methanol product prices should be stable. It sees signs of gradual recovery in specific end markets for specialties, but remains cautious given the uncertain macroeconomic environment. At the close, PCG's shares were unchanged at 4 57 ringgit, valuing it at 36.56 billion ringgit. Communications Minister Fahmi is dissatisfied with how the second phase of the National Digital Network or Jendela initiative is progressing and wants an overhaul of the entire implementation process. Speaking in Putrajaya, he said the process of selecting tower sites must also be reviewed amid issues including unfinished construction and delays in connectivity provision by companies entrusted with the task. According to the minister, there have been cases where companies suddenly say they cannot build towers at certain sites 2 years after being assigned the specific locations. Fahmi also expressed concerns regarding the unfinished towers under the first phase of Jendela, particularly in Sabah, where only 215 out of 382 towers have been handed over. Of the 215, only 61% or 130 towers are on air. Elaborating, Fahmi said that these delays also involve major telcos that have failed to fulfill their responsibilities, with some towers completed for more than 9 months, yet still not on air. Launched in 2020, Jendela is a government initiative aimed at improving coverage and the quality of communication services nationwide. SD Guthrie, formerly known as Sime Darby Plantation, reported a 36.75% drop in net profit for the third quarter of FY 2024, despite higher crude palm oil or CPO prices due to the absence of a gain on land disposal. The world's largest palm oil producer by acreage said in an exchange filing that earnings totaled 766 million ringgit compared with 1.21 billion ringgit a year earlier. In the third quarter of FY 2023, SD Guthrie recognised the disposal gain of 600 million ringgit from selling land in Kapar, Selangor. However, higher CPO prices of 3,949 ringgit per metric ton led to 10.33% higher revenue for SD Guthrie of 5.27 billion ringgit compared with 4.77 billion previously. No dividend was declared for the third quarter of FY 2024. Group MD Datuk Muhammad Helmi Othman Bashar said strong CPO and palm kernel oil prices are expected to contribute to the overall performance of the group, supported by the strong growth in downstream business that is performing well amidst global challenges. With that, the group expects its performance for FY 2024 to be satisfactory. Shares in SD Guthrie settled 0.2% higher at RM4.90, giving it a market capitalisation of 33.89 billion ringgit. The charge against the late former Finance Minister Tun Daim Zainuddin for failure to declare his assets has been dropped following his demise. Sessions Court Judge Azura Alwi granted a discharge and acquittal after the prosecution informed the court that they did not wish to pursue the criminal matter. The bail of 280,000 ringgit is void and refunded. Daim's counsel Datuk Gurdil Singh Nijam made it known to court that it was his client's instruction for the case to continue, as his dying wish was to clear his name, echoing the statement released by Daim's widow, Puan Naimah Abdul Khalid. He, however, added later that an acquittal would amount to an exoneration to Daim's family. Daim passed away at the age of 86 last week. A well-known finance minister and businessman as well as former UMNO treasurer, he played a pivotal role in steering the country out of recession in the 1990s twice. He was charged in January this year per Section 36, subsection 2 of the Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission Act with not abiding by a notice to declare 71 assets, including an amanah saham account, 7 vehicles, 38 companies and 25 properties.